Don't grab your crotchal region when we're recording a podcast.
When nobody sees it, nobody knows it.
I mean, if I tell them that you're grabbing your crotchal region, then they know.
After a hard day of labor, physical labor,
I mean, a hard week of labor in general.
I'm allowed to sit on a couch and crotch
your grab?
Crotch my crab. Crab my crotch.
Grab, not crab.
Move it around.
Crab is an
feels
animal or a sexually transmitted
disease.
It's not a disease, it's an infection. STI.
Aren't crabs like little things?
Crabs are a sexually transmitted infection, not a disease. STD
Really?
and STI are different things. Yes.
No, I know it's a different, but
I'm pretty sure that crabs are an STI because you don't have them for life. You can get rid of crabs.
Little bugs. It's little bugs.
But it's technically an infection because they like bite and then there's like
they suck your blood.
They leave behind like I don't know.
They suck your blood.
But you get like rashes and shit I think from crabs, so that's an STI. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we talking about crabs? We're talking about on this episode of Hello, I'm Listening. We're talking about STIs.
So we have been absent.
We're sorry about that.
Yeah. That's it. Bye.
Bye.
No.
We might be going crazy.
Yeah. So the last 3 weeks have been pretty intense.
Yep.
And we knew that July is going to be a very stressful demanding month. And it turned out our estimate was true.
Yep.
And when you work your normal work and then
come home to construction,
right, and then do that until 7, 8, or maybe 9 even. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Not to complain, it's a privilege to be able to do that, but things like recording an episode that might be interesting and engaging is not on our higher priority list.
No.
So to
and
say.
Also, I think we would be pretty boring. It would be boring for the listener to hear a podcast that we feel like we had to force our way through just to release something. So we also didn't want to do that. Which is why this one probably won't be that long, because I feel like neither of us are super motivated right now.
I'm actually looking forward to turn on the TV and just turn off my brain. But speaking of releasing...
I mean, that might actually happen from my end.
No. So, the last episode we recorded was with the guys from Clean Your Fucking House, Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, we have things planned. We talked about doing certain episodes. We talked to people, like guests, and things are in motion, but...
They are in motion.
Not something super concrete. But what's new? We got a new lamp. So
how exciting!
Hey, let's talk about exciting. Lamp. So
I love lamp.
2 years, 2 years or 3 years ago, we went to Kika. That's like a furniture store.
Yeah,
something like that.
A house goods.
Yeah, something like that. Like
home
Depot.
Goods. Home
Depot.
Goods.
Something like
no, Home Depot is not really. Home Depot is Obi.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's true. So we went there and saw this lamp, and it was like 20% off or something. It was still pretty expensive for what it is, and we bought it, and we were happy for like a year.
A year, I'd say.
It was then good. All of a sudden, like the top light bulb started to behave weirdly.
It's like one of those tower lamps, so there's multiple light bulbs in it.
Two.
Is there only 2 in that one?
There are only 2. So the top one started to flicker, and I thought, oh shit, maybe it's the LED bulb, which wasn't
would
the
be
case
weird.
because, right, because LED is either working or not working. There's not a thing in between. So I changed it. It worked again, and then like a week or 2 weeks later, again. Now we moved down to the basement, and it worked. And then all of a sudden, okay, the top light bulb just went off. So naturally, in the basement, we don't have that much light. So currently, we are having one window open, the other one is closed.
And by window, let's
it's a
just
small,
explain. The window is very, very tiny.
yeah, it's super tiny. It's a window in a basement, and the second window is closed off because it's a cinema, so we don't want that much light in here. Even though, I'm not going to open it. But so we needed something that gives us more light.
And we do have like an overhead light in this room,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's so bright and like, I don't know, it's not the kind of lighting you want when you're just chilling in a room.
Right.
It's too much.
So yeah, we bought a new lamp.
We
That's
bought a
the
new
story.
lamp and it's really nice and it makes the environment in here much cozier. It's
Yeah.
very nice. You did a good job. You picked a nice lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it works longer. It's funny, the lamp we had before, I looked it up, or I found it on Amazon, and it has horrible ratings, and the ratings that are bad describe exactly the problem
The
we had.
flickering.
Yeah. So
The flickering was super annoying too because you'd be sitting and literally out of nowhere it just starts flickering
yeah.
and then it stops for a second
Yeah.
and then right when you think okay it's fine now it's
Super annoying.
good then it starts again.
yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants a used lamp, hit us up. We'll sell it for cheap.
But we won't ship it to the US. You have to
No.
come pick it up. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So preferably in Austria or Germany or that region.
Unless you're like some friends of ours and you just want to come to Austria and you need an excuse other than come visit us in Austria.
Get a shitty lamp.
Get a
on top.
shitty lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know if there's something else. I mean, the construction site is going on pretty well, I have to say.
We're ahead of schedule.
Like
and
a week or week and a half, something like that.
That's always good.
But
It looks already so different than it did like 2 weeks ago and it's amazing. It's really fun to like now I think is a super fun time because you really see a lot of changes.
yeah.
And for me in particular, like I can walk through the house now and like really picture how it's going to be when it's done, like once everything is no longer looking like a raw construction site.
That's fun.
It's
very
really,
cool.
really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But slowly and steady, we're getting there. Also, we're going to the UK. We're going to visit the UK and
Visit.
the wizard
Visit the
world.
Wizards.
Visit the wizards. We're going to drink some tea and have some crumpets, boy.
Yes, we're going to London.
Yeah.
And why are we going to London? Wifey?
Because this guy called Rowan Atkinson invited us.
Uh-huh. Not you have an awesome wife.
So I have this woman in my life. Let's call her Anne.
Anne.
Yeah. I don't want to give her
Anne
name.
Perkins.
Have you met Anne? Yeah, but that's a weird reference. Probably nobody knows what we're talking about. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You have
so
this woman in your life.
Yeah. This woman essentially didn't give me anything last year for my birthday.
That's bullshit.
I mean, let's be honest.
It was, first of all, it was my 30th, and we both decided and said together on your 30th, which was a year before mine, the most of the focus was on you.
Yeah.
I basically gave up my birthday for your 30th.
Yeah.
And so we had basically the same deal for my birthday, for my 30th, which was the year after.
Yeah.
And I still got you. What did I get you? I still got you some nice things, I think.
No, you gave me a Polaroid camera knockoff
Oh yeah.
and a book.
You
to
didn't like
fill
it. It was a really nice gift in
talked
my eyes, but
We
but
talked about it.
you
in
were mean
an
about it.
episode
But yeah.
last year.
But
I
yeah.
wasn't mean. I was just honest.
But because his 30th basically landed right when the pandemic started, I had this whole awesome plan to surprise him with a trip. And the original plan was to go to Budapest.
We are going on a trip.
And because of COVID, that could not happen. And so I thought this year I will make up for it and plan another surprise trip. And
Indeed.
so I planned the whole thing and I, booked everything. So it's all ready and set to go. And then 2 days ago, I told you where we were going.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to London for
London, oi.
6 days.
Oi, mate. Okay. Was
And
there
he's
something
not
else?
that excited about it.
I am very excited about it.
He's one of those people where if you surprise him with something, he doesn't show a whole lot of emotion about it. And so if you get just a that's really cool out of him, then you know that it's actually he really is excited about it. And I got that out of him.
You know, it's funny. I like things like that, but at the same time, you could buy me a movie I really want to have, and my reaction.
Yeah,
would be
his reaction is more so for
Yeah.
a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But there's one more surprise in London.
We're going to meet Harry Potter.
No. I mean, we are going to the Harry Potter world, but
Potter.
there's a surprise that he won't find
Harry
out about
Potter.
until we actually are there, and you're going to lose your fucking mind. So
Harry Potter's hairy
I got you.
arsehole.
I got you a Polaroid camera.
And a little book to fill it with those pictures.
No, I'm just reusing the book that I already got you because we still have it.
That would be funny.
That would be funny. No, but really,
Harry Potter.
it's a fucking great surprise.
I'm Harry Potter. I like to draw things and to do wizards and spells and shit.
My mom, if you listen to the episode with my mom that we did,
100th episode.
the 100th
You should
episode,
totally listen
it's
to that
very
one.
funny.
It's funny.
They were already doing their accents and stuff on that. But my mom loves Voithe's British accent, quote British accent.
Don't laugh. It's good. It's decent.
It's getting better. It used to be very loud, and every time that you would try to do an accent, you would scream. You'd go from normal talking to screaming.
Oi, mate. What you doing?
And it's gotten better where now the decibel has gone down,
true.
and it's still the same accent, just quieter.
It's not the same.
You just leave out consonants. You're
That's
just
not true.
What was the thing you tried to say the other day and I laughed
What you
really hard?
doing? I'm going to.
You said
I'm going
somebody's
to
name,
London.
like Brian something. Brian. The way
Britain. 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 My name's Britain. And I like to read Harry Potter.
See, the thing is, you need to learn more You need to learn how to say things other than I like watching Harry Potter on the telly and let's drink some tea and eat crumpets. You need more.
Danielle, hey, let's be honest. Those are the essential things that you need.
But what I was going to say is that's why my mom said maybe you shouldn't tell him where you're going because that gives him more time to practice his accent.
Less time.
No, if I tell you, it gives you more time
Oh,
to practice your accent. And she's like, then that's all you're going to hear for months until you go. And
no.
But yeah,
Yep.
I feel bad for the
Let's-
people in London because the whole time we're there, you're
Hello.
gonna be
Hello to you, sir. Hello.
someone's going to ask us what we want to eat at a restaurant. And you're like, I'd like...
I like 2 crumpets, please.
See, I might actually be able to fool them with my accent, but yours, mine's at least better than yours.
Danielle, you think it's good, but it's not that good.
It's better than yours.
Maybe.
I never said it's good. It's decent.
Yeah. Let's end it here. It's been 14 minutes of tomfoolery and nonsense. So, I'll promise to you, dear listener, we're going to deliver a good new episode next week with maybe a guest or two, or maybe
Maybe
something
no
else.
guests.
Maybe no guests, just us two fooling around.
And maybe this is just an empty promise that we can't fulfill.
No, it's not going to be an empty promise. The thing is, I want to do that. So next week we'll be back with our regular show, dear listener. And until then, please listen to any of our other episodes if you haven't, because there are some really good ones.
And if this is the first episode you're ever listening to of our podcast, I'm very sorry.
Oh, that would be funny. That would actually be funny. So if there is actually someone who listened to this one for the first time, like that's the first episode of Hello, I'm listening, or Translating Love, and they're still listening right now, please text us on our Instagram.
Yes, please let us know that this was the first one you listened to.
At I'm Listening Podcast. Please, that would be really, really funny. Other than that, please subscribe, share the podcast, and
Rate the podcast.
And we hear each other next week.
Indubitably.
Goodbye.
That sounded real gross. Watch out for deer.